Hi guys, CA Rachana Ranade here, and I welcome you all to my 7 p.m. live stream today. So I hope you enjoyed your Sunday. Yes. So as usual, I'm just signing into my own live stream. Perfect, perfect. Everything is no buffering at the beginning at least today. So I can say for sure it's a good start. Fingers crossed. Right? Okay. So today we have a very nice topic for discussion. It's about India's new FDI policy. Uh, Gap down as you have said yesterday, but didn't happen, Raja Lakshmi. Okay, so I'll be talking about this new India's new FDI policy. It's an amazing one. uh, but let us also talk about what we had discussed on Saturday, which was about the hanging man. And I said that hanging man candlestick will be applicable, or that is a bearish confirmation only if markets open with a gap down. Okay, but did markets open with a gap down today? How many of you are seeing the market today? Did today's market open with a gap down? Yes or no? Or did it open with a gap up? No, it did not. It did not open with a gap down. So we still don't have a trend reversal confirmation. Okay, so still market is holding that 9,200 fort pretty nicely. So see, that is how certain basic points are important. Okay, so just as an example, those who just know what is a hanging man, they might have seen that okay, hanging man pattern is there, khatam, let us short. But we should not be doing any trade with half knowledge. Okay, so what happens after hanging man is important, confirmation is important, then only entering a trade makes more sense. Okay, so I hope no one had shorted Nifty on Friday just because you saw a hanging man, right? So okay, Vivek says I am the hanging man right now. Maybe he had shot the Nifty on Friday, maybe. Okay, anyways, uh, yeah, I'm very happy that people are asking whether things are under control right now. I will be talking about that towards the end of the stream. Okay, as of now, I feel let us focus on our topic for today, India's new FDI policy. Uh, very amazing thing. What we are going to do today is I'm going to first tell you why we are talking about this. Okay, I'll give you a basic background about why today's topic. For those who don't know, there are two concepts. One is FDI and one is FII. Okay, one is a foreign direct investment and one is a foreign institutional investment. If I go into absolute details of difference between, okay, I would request everyone please stop posting the chats and focus on the content, because I feel this content is really important for you to understand the purpose, the logic behind the new FDI policy. Okay, so a small request from my side: stop the chats and focus on whatever I'm telling right now. So two major things: one is FDI, foreign direct investment, and one is FII, which is foreign institutional investment. What is the similarity? Foreign. So funds from outside India are coming in India, okay, and they are investing money inside India. Number one. Number two, what is the important difference? So similarity is simple, that people from outside India are investing in India. Simple similarity. What is the difference? Difference is that FDI, foreign direct investment, this investment which comes in India comes with an intention of a long term investment. Okay, this investment comes in India not only with the purpose of coming in, earning quick money, and going outside, but it comes in India with an intention of being here for a long time, number one. And number two, they are very much interested in management of the company. They're investing, they're interested in managing the stuff as well. They're interested in the decision making of the company also. Okay, what about FII? So if you remember in my one of my previous sessions on how to use different features of money control, I'd explained to you the FII and DII flows, right? FII is, what do they do? Foreign institutional investment. They invest their money in India. They try to buy at lower prices. When stock prices go up, they'll sell off and they will quit the market with good profits. Are they really interested to see how the management is running the business, or what are the decisions being taken in the business? No, they are not. Okay, so the biggest point of difference between FDI and FII, I will repeat one more time. In FDI, the foreign investment which is coming in India, they are interested in running the business also, they are interested in the decision making process also. FII are interested only in coming, investing, earning quick money, and leaving. Okay, I hope this difference is very clear. Any doubt? Yes, so Pratish Kumaran sums it up. FDI is long term while FII is short term. And one more important point, which I told right now, that FDI is with an intention. Again, let me repeat. No, not clear. Oops. Okay. No, so many people are saying no. Acha, no doubt. Clear. Okay, one last time for those who are maybe that know us for no doubt, maybe, but I'll quickly tell you. So, for example, whenever Chinese bank, okay, China's central bank, like we have RBI as our central bank, if China's central bank is investing in HDFC, I'm sure everyone might have read that news. China's central bank invests in HDFC. They are investing in HDFC with what purpose? Are they investing in HDFC so that they enter, they earn quick money and they exit? No, their intention is somewhere to be a part of the management, somewhere to interfere in the decision making process. That is the main purpose of FDI. They are here for long term, they are not here for quick money. Okay, so as I mentioned, we have RBI. In China we have People's Bank of China. Okay, I'll show you the screen as well. People's Bank of China is like their RBI, their central bank. Okay, so they had invested money in HDFC Bank. With what purpose, with what intention? Short term or long term? Answer is long term. But FIS on the other hand would be in for quick money. I hope this is absolutely clear. No doubt about this. Oh, did I say HDFC Bank? I'm sorry. I meant HDFC. Might have said HDFC Bank. In main, they have invested in the holding company HDFC Limited. Okay, by mistake I might have said HDFC Bank. Okay, perfect. Yes, many people are saying yes, yes. Okay, clear, fantastic. Yes, perfect, perfect, perfect. So now let us check what is the news. Before I come on to this news, I was just going through some random news today, and I found this that a German newspaper, okay, a major German newspaper has asked China to foot a bill of approximately 149 billion euros owing to the losses the country suffered due to a coronavirus outbreak. Now, what is this? Let's understand. Now, there are many, many countries of the world uh, who are trying to corner China as good as they are saying that whatever is happening in the world right now, whatever is happening with the economy right now, it is only and only because of China. So many countries, what are they saying? That whatever losses we are suffering, so the bill that they have raised, they are planning to raise maybe 149 billion euros. Germany is saying, China, you owe this money to us because 149 billion euros of money, of loss of money in our economy is only and only because of you, is what they are saying. Okay, so I'm just checking whether there is no buffer. No buffer, I guess. So now what has started to happen is that people are saying, number one, is it only that China is responsible for the outbreak of coronavirus? Possibility number one, yes. Possibility number two, what majority of the countries are saying is that, China, you did not tell us the gravity of this disease. You did not tell us about how this disease can spread. You did not tell us that it can pass from one human to other only because of simple touch. Okay, it can last on metals or whatever. You did not warn us about that. You kept this as a secret with you, and that is why you are wholly and solely responsible for that. Now, once such things started floating in the market, many countries started becoming cautious that China, number one, see, understand the thought processor, everything has a link. So please understand. Now that people are saying that, is it buffering? Wait, I have full connectivity. Okay, video stopped. No. Buffering a lot. How is that? Fine now. Okay, it's fine. Perfect. Listen. Okay, perfect. So let me continue. Focus. So what was I saying? That there are many countries who are now saying that, China, it is all because of you that this is happening. So let's understand the thought process of what might have happened. I'm not claiming that China has done this, but What can be a master plan? Let us understand. Number one, if China has done this by purpose, I'm not saying that they have done this by purpose, it's not yet proven, but what other countries are thinking. If they have not told about the gravity of this disease to all of the entire world, what happened is it caused a serious economic damage to many countries. Now what has happened? The prices of shares have fallen a lot. Now what China is trying to do, with fallen prices, at low prices, China is investing into many companies, in many good companies. I hope you're understanding this. See the link. Number one, outbreak of coronavirus. Number two, they don't inform about the seriousness. Okay, I'm not saying that they're responsible for this virus directly. Many countries are saying, China, you did not warn us. In fact, US has blamed WHO also, World Health Organization. And this is not my thought process, huh? There are, you can check it on the net also. US have blamed WHO as to why WHO has not taken any serious action against China. So what US's thought process is also saying is that once economies are down, once share prices are down, China is investing into these shares at a lower price, and they are trying to establish control over good companies at lower prices. And if this be so, question is that, does Indian government allow any other country's central bank, or does Indian government allow any foreign investment directly into our companies, or is there any restriction on that? Okay, I hope you're understanding this. So should our country have a policy whereby foreigners are making any investment in our companies, that too at lower prices? Should there be any ban on that? Should there be any control over that, basically? Okay, yes, there should be a control, and this control is established by an FDI policy. Okay, I hope you have understood what is FDI, foreign direct investment policy. So I'll give you a simple example. Earlier there were lots and lots of bans on investment, which was, I'm talking about India. Earlier there were lots and lots of bans from investment coming from Pakistan and Bangladesh. Okay, now what our government has done, they changed this wording a little bit. Rather than talking only about Pakistan and Bangladesh, what they have done, so I'm reading this news for you now so that you understand this news now in a much easier way, with whatever I told you in the first almost 10 minutes as a background. What is FDI, why FDI policy is required, why a need was felt that we should be having a separate policy which is targeted towards China. First 10 minutes were completely background building, and if you have understood the background, then it is important that you understand this news as well. I'm still getting complaints that video is lagging. Are you able to get me properly? I don't see any lag at my end. Too much buffering. Okay, wait. I'll try at my end. 1 minute. Yes, wait. I'm trying something at my end also. Wait. Yes, ambulance sound. Everyone heard that. Is it better now? Now fine. It's all right. Now, okay, perfect. Allah, fine. Okay. So now let's get back to the discussion. Three major things. Okay, three major things. Number one is that what is FDI, that you have understood. Number two, why FDI policy is required, understood. Number three, why a policy which is targeted at China. Okay, now if you have understood all these basic 10 minutes of conceptual building, then you can understand this in a much better way. So I'm going to read this news for you today. Okay, what does this say? This new FDI rules bar automatic investments by neighboring countries in policy targeted at China. So there was a ban of automatic investments by neighboring countries. Which two neighboring countries initially? Only Pakistan and Bangladesh. But what they did now, instead of saying only Pakistan and Bangladesh, now they said that any country which shares a border with India, I'm repeating, any country which shares a border with India, if they want to make any direct investment in our companies, then they need our approval. They will need the FDI approval properly, and then only they will be allowed to invest. Okay, so that's a very smart move. uh, if they had directly mentioned only China, that would have been a little bit politically incorrect, maybe, that why you are targeting only China. So that was done very smartly, I guess. They have mentioned that any country whose borders are shared by India, these countries will be having this new policy. Okay, so let's read this news. uh, Serious buffer. Is it okay now? खूप जास्त बफर होत आहे आणि लॅग पण. काइंडली रिपीट. Okay, so wait, just 1 minute. I think I need 5G connection. Uh, is it better now? Because now I have stopped getting my own connection. Did you hear the ambulance just now? So it's like a huge buffer at your end then. No problem from source side. Okay now. Streaming is good. Okay, perfect. Oof, nice. So if but not near clearly about the border news, please tell one more time. Okay, so one last time I'm telling you. Right. So one last time I'm telling you, this was about the news which I'm telling you right now. It's about FDI, foreign direct investment. Earlier, no approval was required if an external investment is coming in India from countries other than Pakistan and Bangladesh. Okay, but what a smart move by the government. They now have said that if any country is investing in India, if any country is investing in India, which is sharing the borders, which is sharing the geographical borders with India, then they will have to take a prior approval of Indian government before they do any FDI, before they do any foreign direct investment. So this was a very smart move, that they did not say only China, that if Chinese government is wanting to invest in India, then you need an approval. They didn't say that. That would have been politically incorrect. So what they did was they said it in this way, that if any country is wanting to invest in Indian companies who share the border with us, then they will need a specific approval from our government before they want to invest in India. I hope this is clear now. So it's applicable for all the countries which are sharing the geographical border with us. Okay, is this clear now? And I think this was done at a super pace. So you can imagine that when People's Bank of China entered in, invested in HDFC, that was like what, 4 or 5 days back, and immediately rules come up. SEBI changes their rules. FDI, there is an amendment. That was like super fast. So government has done this at a very great pace. I feel that government deserves a round of applause for this, because this was an important move. I hope now you have understood the thought process behind this. We don't want any other country to invest in good companies of ours, that too at a low rate, and that too with a controlling stake. Okay, so what will happen if they start buying more and more shares of our good companies? Then they will be in a position to have some kind of control over our companies. So to avoid all this, the FDI policy has come in. Okay, so let's understand, let's quickly read through this, what is mentioned. So the government has amended the FDI policy to discourage opportunistic investment in Indian companies by neighboring countries. What is the new word used? Neighboring countries, in the midst of coronavirus pandemic. This comes after China's central bank recently raised stake in HDFC. Okay, so we just talked about this, where they invested more than 1%, 1.1%. People's Bank of China, that is PBOC. Okay, so People's Bank of China had bought 1.1% stake in HDFC. And immediately after that, this news came up. Okay. So, as per the new amendment, FDI investment into Indian companies from the neighboring countries will now require a nod from the government. A nod from the government is obviously a permission from the government. To whom will this be applicable? This will be applicable to all countries that share a land border with India, such as China, amongst others. Such an amazing way to draft a specific policy. So, such as China, amongst others. Okay, so now they have covered a lot of other countries as well here. Okay, so the amendment specifies that the transfer of ownership of Indian companies arising out of FDI investment from neighboring countries will now also be subject to government approval. Okay. So Danushkodi asks that will one person holding make a very big impact in any company? So basically 1% will not. Is it still buffering? There's no buffer at my end. Better? Now okay. Better or not? I've refreshed it at my end. Buffering a lot. Okay, wait. Okay, wait. Just 1 second. I'm just checking with my team whether it is better now or not. Ara Jara. Okay, I think it's not supporting properly. Okay, can you please try to refresh your page? Try to refresh your page at your end. I have done all the possible things at my end. Uh, we will just give this as a last try, else I will stop the stream today. Uh, it's okay now. Okay. Even if one more time if it buffers from now, we will end the stream. Okay. FUP is not exhausted. I just restarted my Wi-Fi router like 10 minutes before our stream to ensure that there should not be any buffering. Okay, so I hope it will continue properly till we end now. Just in case it does not, we will stop for the day. Okay, right? So we were on money control. Ownership of Indian companies arising out of FDI investment from neighboring countries will now also be subject to government approval. So, what does this mean? Earlier, if any investment was coming into India other than Bangladesh and Pakistan, no approval of government was required. You just had to directly invest, no specific approval was required. Okay, but now they have changed this, is what is given in the new rule. Okay. Similar FDI restrictions were earlier placed on Pakistan and Bangladesh. These changes were notified via a press note by the Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade, that is DPIIT. Okay, very important is the next one. As per the note, government has reviewed the FDI policy for curbing is to stop opportunistic takeovers or acquisitions of Indian companies due to current COVID-19 pandemic. Okay, okay, buffering. It's buffering a lot, man. I'm fed up. It's not buffering. Mobile better to use. I changed from laptop to mobile. Okay, maybe just try to do that. Don't stop them. Okay, carry on. No buffer. Okay. Um, yeah, so we are almost at the fag end. Anyways, if you want, we can just quickly uh, review this entire thing again day after tomorrow when we take up the next topic. I'll quickly give you a recap for this. So whatever, just a detailed thing is given at the end of this entire at the end of this entire press release. So yeah, that was it about the main point that I wanted to discuss. Just for your information, China has done the same thing. China has invested a lot in USA. In US, big companies, many investments are done by China. So there are certain dangers that US and China, if they enter into a trade war, what China can do, China can just sell off major investments in US, and more China starts selling off in US economy is going to go down further. So right now, even if we say that US can pressurize China, but it is always the reverse way around also. China can also pressurize US, that we have invested a lot of money in your economy. If you don't cooperate with us, we are going to start selling our stake in your economy, and that's where your economy will also get impacted. Okay, so that's like a hardcore trade war which China is doing with USA. China has also invested a lot in Pakistan. So what China is doing, that is what they are doing. If you have read this word, opportunistic investment, that is what they are trying to do a lot. Opportunistic takeover, opportunistic acquisitions. We don't want China to have a controlling stake in any of our companies. So that is why they have done this, that they have changed our FDI policy, and they have mentioned that China will not be allowed to do this, and they have done this very smartly. So I think I should just quickly sum up in just 1 minute whatever we discussed in this entire session. Number one, we talked about difference between FII versus FDI. FDI is a foreign direct investment where the investment is done with an intention to oh my god, again buffering, maybe video stopped. It's testing my patience today. Okay, so I think we should end the stream. Yeah, I have told whatever I had to tell. So it's okay. Whatever I had to tell about this FDI policy would have been in a very nice way, though. Uh, it's good people are saying in between. Okay, fair enough. So yeah, but I'm done. I mean, this is what the main new FDI policy was about. That no other country should try to have a controlling stake in any of our good companies. Okay, so that was the main intention with which this FDI policy changed. I hope you have understood about 2 3 key terms here. Number one, it was what is FDI, that is foreign direct investment. Number two, we talked about uh, what is an FDI policy. Number three, we talked about why this was done. Number four, we said was done very smartly in a way where uh, uh, our government said that anyone who shares the land border with us will be will have to take a prior permission of our government before investing. Okay, so Danush Kodi was asking this question: will 1% make a very big impact in any company? Danush Kodi, no, 1% will not make a big impact. Okay, but it might happen that it's 1% is just a start, na? They can invest more and more. If they start at this pace, you would never know, like next 2 to 3 years they might have big stakes in many of our companies. So to avoid this situation, maybe I feel that there are very rare scenarios where government takes so much proactive steps, and I think this is one of them. This is an amazing step taken by our government. I really would like to congratulate our government for taking this amazing step and at such a fast pace of curbing China from entering into good companies of ours. Okay, Dilip says good information. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Does it apply only for China is being asked by Harsh. No, China, no, Harsh. It's not only for China. I'm repeating this for like fourth or fifth time because of the buffer thing, that it's applicable for all countries who share a geographical border with us. Okay. Why US is not imposing any restriction is being asked by Harkrit. I think now that is a problem. They have already invested so much in US. China has so much investment in US. Now imposing a ban on them is very difficult now. Okay. Yes, Pranav says buying 1% stake might not impact a lot, but selling 1% stake at once might impact. That is also true. Okay, Raju Lakshmi asks, why only geographical borders, ma'am? The reason might be that, see, the entry might be only from the viewpoint of entering as a purpose of investment. Then you have a controlling stake. And, I don't know, I just, when I read this, the first thought that came into my mind, that how East India Company entered, that was just, that was only with, uh, okay, close money control website, it will save some data. Okay, I'm closing this. Okay. So maybe, okay, Pushkar is saying on mobile it's not buffering. So I request everyone that please don't watch on mobile right now. Watch it. Please don't watch it on your laptop right now. Please watch it on your mobile. Okay. Right. So maybe it is because of the East India Company logic, that companies come with an intention only to trade, and then slowly and steadily they they might enter your geographical borders, and they might, I mean, a trade war might end up into something which is big. So that might be the reason why they have currently talked about only geographical borders. Okay. Okay. I think I should stop the stream. There's a lot of buffering. So I will see you day after tomorrow. And yeah. So I'll just type this out again.